Hi guys, Christian here from the MCI Trading Academy, just bringing you another weekly outlook on the stock market for the week starting 27th of June 2022. Now, I just wanted to start off with mentioning the analysis that we've done last week, and just to tell you that the analysis that we've done played out perfectly, guys. It's just perfect. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll put a link in the description for you to watch it because there's some great content out there. So make sure you go and check that out. Now, let's just do a recap on what we discussed last week and the reasons why we were bullish on US30 and on indices in general. Now, we discussed last week that we were on the weekly time frame. Okay, we were right at the 200 moving average, and we discussed that the 200 moving averages has been great support in the past. Okay, the only time it hasn't been great support was during the COVID crash. But apart from that, we've seen it to play out perfectly as it came to the 200 weekly moving average. And that was one of the reasons we were mentioning that we may see a bounce in the coming week, which we did and played out perfectly. We've also mentioned, okay, on the smaller time frames, okay, we were seeing the divergences that were playing out. So we were seeing divergences that were being created on the 8-hour time frame, and also on the 2-hour time frame. We had the inverse head and shoulders here, and I did mention to you guys that wait, wait to see the price break the 50, apologies, the 50 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. And once you see a candlestick that closes above, you can go ahead, enter a buy position here, and then take your profits around here. And there you go. So right about now, you should be able to take your profits and be happy. Okay, so that played out perfectly. Okay, now what is in store for us this week? What should we be looking out for it this week? And just to mention, guys, I've been getting a lot of messages today and in over the weekend about that's it. Okay, we are at the bottom and we are going to all-time highs. Now, just some arguments why that may not necessarily happen. Okay, first of all, we are still in a downtrend. Okay, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So until we see a break of this level here, you see a break of structure here, there is no reasons for us to say that this market is going to all-time highs. Okay, so we have to be very, very careful. Okay, now let's go on a weekly time frame and just analyze and see what's happened, okay, in the past here. And just a couple of things I wanted to show you guys. So since the beginning of the year, okay, we've seen bounces weekly close like the one that we just seen this week. Okay, so if we go back to March, okay, we've seen a weekly close. Okay, so the market made a lower low here. We've seen a big bullish engulfing candle, okay, followed by a new lower low. Then we've seen a full bullish engulfing candle here, and then market went and created another lower low. So are we going to see the same here, where we've seen a bullish engulfing candle, and then the market going and making a new lower low? Okay, that is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we have to be very careful. Okay, and we have to be aware that unless we see a close above this level here, I will not be fully bullish on this market as of yet. Okay, so we have to analyze price action and see if we find any opportunities um, to go long. But as of now, we can't go fully long. Okay, so we are out of our trades from last week and we are waiting. And to be honest, what I'm waiting for myself, okay, is I'm waiting for a sell entry. Okay, but let's see where can we get that. So in the past, we've seen how the price has always reverted back to the 20 to the mean reversion to the 20 EMA here. So we may see the price. Okay, we may see the price this week trying to do something like this. Okay, go back to the 20 EMA and then go in the following weeks and go and make a new lower low. So may see something like that. Okay. Now, if we do see something like that, well, where can we enter? Okay, where can we enter a short position? So going back to the daily time frame here, we can see that we've had a MACD buy signal, which will provide us some fuel for a short-term bounce. Now, where can that short-term buy take us to? Okay, if we go over on an sorry, on a 2 hour time frame. Sorry, just wanted to say that. Okay, so if we go over on a 2 hour time frame, okay, we do have an IC right here, okay, where price is currently at. And we also have an IC here and one here as well. Now, we do have a lot of IPAs to be filled around here and here as well. So I believe the market, if the market is to go higher, it should stop and consolidate around here. Okay, either here or here. Uh, and if it does start to consolidate here, then we'll be looking to enter a short position here with a target the previous low, okay, as a take profit target. Now just bear in mind, guys, I mean, we are building divergences here, okay, on the 2 hour time frame. So we've made a high here and we've just made a new high, and the indicator has made a lower high. So we are seeing divergences, we are seeing a slowdown in the momentum of the buyers. However, just bear in mind that we still have some IPAs to be filled, and if we are to see a new lower low, I believe the market makers will want to fill those IPEs first, okay, make sure and get everyone on board with them before going lower. So just watch the price action, and hopefully will give us some indications maybe around here or possibly around here for a sell entry. And however, if we don't see that, okay, if price shoots through this IC zone and through this IC zone, then at that point we have to rethink our analysis and maybe go bullish at that point. But until we see that, we are still bearish on this market and we are still looking for new lower lows to be made. Okay, so this is the analysis, guys, that I had on US30. So just watch out. Okay, on the daily here, we still have we have the 50 EMA, okay, that played us some good resistance here in the past. So and this will align perfectly, okay, here with this IC zone on the 2 hour time frame. Okay, so if it comes back to the 50, this here around here will be a great shorting opportunity. Okay, and that will work out some of that uh, uh, buy signal that we get on the MACD. Okay, so that was the analysis that we had, guys, on US30. Now I have one more analysis, okay, for you on USDMXN. Okay, so if we start with the weekly time frame, we discussed a couple of weeks ago how I wanted to enter a buy position here. Okay, so right here, because of this trend line that we had. So we had one, two, and this was our third touch here. This trend line is going back to 2017, so, and played out at as nice support in the past and should have played as nice support now as well, which it did. Okay, and going down to the weekly time frame here, we discussed how price has gone up, cleared all this liquidity that was resting above here, and created a BOS, a break of structure. Okay, so now we are shifting from a downtrend to an uptrend. And at this point, when we were right here, okay, I was looking for opportunities to go short. And the opportunity came on the 2 hour time frame when we had this double top that was created. So we entered a short position around here with a take profit to be around here. So we are just about, hopefully we'll be reaching our take profit this week. Now, in terms of a longer term view, okay, what I'm looking for price to come back into this IC here, consolidate, and then go and make a new higher high. So what I'm looking for will be price to come here, starts to consolidate, and then target the previous high as a take profit. Okay, as take profit. So this is something that I'm also watching for this week, and hopefully we'll be seeing that. Sorry guys, one more thing, just to get back to to US30 and why we were seeing the sorry, another argument for going bullish last week. Okay, so I was reading an article, okay, a couple of weeks back about stocks seeing the biggest hedge fund shorting since 2008. So what do we mean by that? So there's a lot of hedge funds that have opened short positions, while the second biggest short positions in ever in the stock market. Okay, so the first time that this happened was in 2008 with the financial crisis, and the second time this happened was in 2022. Now, when this tends to happen, okay, the weeks following that they tend to be bullish. Why? Because large institutions will go and place buy positions to catch those hedge funds out, okay, to make sure that they lose money. Either they lose money or they hedge against those short positions and they open more buy positions and hence uh, they lose money either way. Okay, so I was expecting to see a bounce based on that. So the week from June 10th to June 16th, and also guys, this week, the week here, okay, was the Fed meeting, okay, in the US. So perhaps what they've done prior to the Fed meeting, they opened a lot of short positions betting that the market will go lower, okay, which it did in the short term. However, after that, okay, it started going higher and higher as we've seen last week. Okay, so the week following this, I was expecting to see a bounce. Okay, this in addition to everything else that we've discussed in terms of the weekly EMA, the weekly 200 EMA, the divergences, the inverse head and shoulders, and so on. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure that you follow us on Instagram for more useful tips, and also to inquire about our mentorship courses. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great week.